Hey, it's Jason ODB from Our Lifestyle Podcast. We're out here at the Daytona International Speedway with street trucks. And I tell you what, we're at the Daytona Truck Meet, and this is an amazing event out here. And it's dubbed as the world's largest truck show. What's crazy about this is we're expecting 5,000 vehicles and upwards of 35,000 spectators. Now, one fun fact about this is the Daytona International Speedway opened in 1959, about 62 years ago. And if you check out this facility here, it's about we're right here on this 500-acre facility. And I have a lot of memories growing up here, of course, watching the NASCAR races. But let's take a look around. We're right here in the middle of the infield. You got, of course, Bedwood. We're going to talk to them in a few minutes. If you've ever been out here to some of the rod runs, you obviously know that this is just an amazing place, very sacred ground, especially for any racing fans out here. Now, street trucks, if you have found us on YouTube and or Facebook, we appreciate you watching here. We're going to come over here. I want to actually highlight them a little bit so you get an understanding of what they do. Street trucks started, believe it or not, in August of '99. And it's pretty awesome that they're still around and they're still supporting this truck scene. We're going to see this awesome OBS truck that was recently debuted on YouTube. We'll get a chance to talk to the guys behind this one. But let's go ahead and walk on over here to their booth, Engaged Media, and check out what they're doing. Now they have shirts for sale, and we've got none other than Mike Murray here. He's holding down. Now, Mike is a native Floridian, and we're going to talk to him in a minute. But when you come over here to these little stands, you're going to see that the new C10 Builder's Guide is recently hitting newsstands. You've got No Compromise Dually. Of course, that was shot over there in Wesley Chapel by Johnny O. And then you have Tony Leal's 64 F100. And then, of course, the new street trucks, which is on newsstands now. Now, we want to thank Holly. Holly is an awesome name. Many of you know Holly EFI Systems. If you've got an older vehicle like I do, I love the Lincolns. They offer different setups to convert it from carburetors over to a newer EFI setup. Now, let's walk over here and talk to Mike Murray. And I know Chris Hamilton, he may even make an appearance here. But we want to – Mike, talk to us a little bit about what Street Trucks is doing out here at the Daytona Truck Meet.
Well, obviously, we're out here at the Daytona Truck Meet, and if you guys aren't here, it's absolutely beautiful out here, so make sure you guys get out here and come check us out. We got our shirts here, $25 a piece. Don't want to miss that. And then, of course, we got to rep the street trucks there on the front as well.
Now, Mike, they can sign up for subscriptions as well for this awesome national publication.
Absolutely. You come over here, and we can get you signed up today, $21.95 for a year. Yes, sir.
Now, the one thing that we want to reinforce is that Street Trucks is a monthly publication, so you're going to get 12 per year with some of their C10 guides, builders guides, F100 builders guides, and now, thankfully, the OBS builders guides. Those are quarterly, and you can still also sign up for a subscription. That makes it easier so you don't have to go to your local grocery or bookstore, of course, to pick one up. It's mailed via the good old snail mail. Now, we do also have, it looks like Chris Hamilton here. And Chris is busy checking email from all of the avid readers. And I wanted to say, hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's a little hot, but I'm doing great. We're going to get a tan, so we're excited about it.
Now, I want to talk to you in a minute about this awesome 88 to 98 OBS truck. But talk to us a little bit about where Street Trucks is at right now and anything that you could share and why people should come out and subscribe.
Well, definitely subscribe so you can keep up with everything we're doing. Every single month we got some really cool stuff going on, whether we're traveling or building trucks or documenting stuff. But essentially, Street Trucks, we document this industry. Everybody out here loves it. They're enthusiasts. We're enthusiasts. And we get to just come out here and show what they're doing to the people that either can't do it or can't come out or stuff like that. So 21 years now we've been documenting this industry in print. we've recently reached out, and now we're doing digital live stream stuff like you're watching now. So we're just trying to reach out to all the audiences and just show how good this industry is by documenting it and just showing it to you, and that's really it. And the scene is what makes it, not us. So I think that's what's great.
And one awesome thing is when you go to streettrucksmag.com, you can scroll to the bottom, you can click on subscribe, and you can actually subscribe right there. Or, of course, if you pick one of these issues up, you can send back the little flyer mailer, if you will, the snail mail way. But, Chris, one of the things I noticed about the June 2021 issue that we have in front of us here is a little bit different, right? So you have an 88 to 98, but you also have the hood is off, you have a crazy motor, obviously titled Under Pressure. What can you tell us about how you guys have continued to mix things up there at the Street Trucks brand?
Yeah, our art director went with something a little unique on this one. We don't ever do a solid color background, which it kind of blends in. It's not really cut out on red if you look real close at it. It's just kind of red background, but the red obviously goes with the under pressure thing. And the truck is so unique, and obviously the hood isn't on it so you can see the engine. But what's so unique is this is a street truck. This is legitimate, an OBS blown, daily driven street truck, and that's why it's so unique. It's so cool, and that's why we had to do something different and a little unique for the cover. Worked out great. If you guys can't walk past stands and not see this particular cover, in my opinion, so I think it's going to do great. It's not the general one, but we really like it, and those trucks are on fire, and that truck's got some serious power.
Now, something to note is if we zoom in on this cover here, we'll put this over here in the shade, you're going to see in the lower portion it says Mini Trucks Only Northwest Cruise. One thing that we are very thankful for from a Street Trucks perspective is they have supported Mini Trucks since the beginning. Minis are on to rise, as we say on the podcast. And what's really important is the mix of trucks, whether it's a lifted truck, 88 to 98, a classic, Mini Trucks, of course, you name it. They feature it all, and that's why it's important. Oftentimes over the years, we've seen some of our favorite publications go away, right, with the changing times. But a lot of us say, hey, there's nothing like having the magazine in your hand, and obviously when your truck is featured, it's that awesome feeling of seeing it in print. So I wanted to ask Chris. Yeah, I want to talk about some of the sponsors, and then I also wanted to.
I know we're not supposed to read sponsors, but let's just read the sponsors to make sure everybody's real.
Yeah, and what I wanted to also do is I wanted to reinforce to Chris, like we thank him for the mini trucks that they continue to run. So, Chris, as I get ready to pan over to this, I wanted to just say, hey, thanks for continuing to run minis. Do you guys continue, or do you plan on continuing to do that?
Yes, and especially since the Maverick is out. In my opinion, it's sort of maybe the rebirth of the mini truck. I don't know. We'll see. A $20,000 small vehicle that's a truck from Ford, brand new. It's pretty impressive. I'm hoping it's going to give a little resurgence to a mini truck culture. But regardless, we're never going to get away from the mini trucks. They built this brand. They built essentially this sort of custom truck industry a little bit from the hot rod scene. And yeah, we're definitely going to stick with mini trucks forever. We have the latest issue, I think that's currently on stands, has about 4 mini trucks in it, with a mini truck on the cover because it's the Datsun. So yeah, we just try to get a little more unique so it's not just Toyotas over again or S10s or stuff like that. But yes, 100% we're sticking with mini trucks.
Awesome stuff. Now, what I want to do is pan back here next to us. We want to step back here on the pavement. You're going to see Bedwood. And Bedwood offers wide flexibility in customizing your classic truck bed by choosing from a wide variety of bed species. Yes, you heard that right. Bed strips, finishes and hardware and accessories. Bedwood kits are designed to be an out-of-the-box solution for most classic trucks. Now, what I want to do is I want to walk over to this bed, and I just want to show, I was blown away. Cool display. Us mini truckers, we love our tilt beds. This is kind of a tilt bed on a stand. And when you look at this 88 to 98 short bed, and you look at the interior bed from Bedwood, you're going to see how nice it is. Now, these kits come pre-finished or unfinished wood surfaces and are now available for 88 to 98 Chevys like we're looking at now, trucks, as well as the new Jeep Gladiator. You can check them out at bedwood.com. Now, what I want to do is I want to just jump over here real quick and talk to the man of the hour. Hey, I'm Jason. We're with Street Trucks. I wanted to say, hey, could you introduce yourself?
I'm Jeff Major.
Awesome. Hey, we love seeing you guys out here and supporting so many different shows. Talk to us a little bit about the product.
Well, I founded the company in 2006, and since that time, decided people needed a choice. At that time, they didn't have one. So we have a lot of different species, over 20 that we work with. We have 2 brands, being the Bedwood brand for the classic pickup trucks, along with the Retro Liner brand for any truck with a metal floor, all the way up to your 2021s. As I saw you looking at our Carbon series, that's new one we've released this year.
Awesome. And, one thing I love as being a movie fan, Jurassic Park came out many years ago, and we all heard about the different species, right? So obviously hearing you talk about that is pretty awesome. What does that mean for the consumer when we look at these products here? What does it mean when you talk about the different species? How does that translate over to them?
Over to them, it allows them to choose a wood that naturally makes their truck pop. It'll match their paint. It'll match their interior. That truck bed is the largest flat surface on that truck. And so that wood's going to pull it all together.
Awesome. Now, when we looked out here a minute ago at the awesome awning that you have, we did see the website. Now, can you give us the official website where folks, because I believe you drop ship these anywhere in the world.
Yes. Yeah, we do ship globally. Our website's just simply bedwood.com.
Yeah, bedwood.com. And we're going to step back here real quick and take a look at, I love see some of the species over here, exactly. And we're not talking about dinosaurs today, although shout out to Jurassic Park. June 93. But you can see down there as well, it looks like you have Bedwood and Parts.com and Bedwood.com. Of course, will direct you right to the main site. Now, I wanted to ask you, because I've always seen this, right, with these different clip systems, right, is that considered an accessory? So, like, maybe you have a guy that has a small little motorbike, or what are the type of individuals that are using these products?
Well, the classic track is what you're referring to in the center. I developed that a few years ago because these classic trucks just didn't have any place to tie anything down. Yep. So we did that. It has a hidden fastener. You replace your outer 2 bed strips, and the kit comes with the 2 bed strips, all the hardware to install it, and 4 of those clips. You've got 1,200 pounds of pull strength at each clip. So you can we got guys using them to haul their Harley with them. So, or a bicycle, or whatever that you want to put back there, or simply tie down your lawn chairs.
Awesome. Now, have you always had a love for these type of products over the years? I just wanted to kind of get real quick for the viewers out there in the Facebook and YouTube world. What caused you to want to launch this product other than maybe seeing a need for it? Did you just do you have a lot of different stuff in your home that kind of represents different species of wood?
Well, I live in a log home. I live in my 3rd log home that I've designed and built. I'm a geologist in my first life.
Wow, okay.
I've been in the stone industry, oil and gas.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
My dad had a Texaco station when I was a kid. He drag raced, stock car raced, but always had a cool old truck that was just incredibly fast. So I was building a 57 Chevy pickup for myself. Didn't like the wood choices that were on the market, and said, well, people need a choice. Here we are. You can see all the choices of over 20 species. We developed the flat top and speed bump bed strip back in 2009 and 2011, respectively. We developed the classic track, but something else is unique to us. All of our metal products, everything is American made. We do import some exotic lumber, but other than that, everything's American made.
Yeah, and let's walk over here and take a look at this little setup that they have real quick. What I thought was unique is you have these cool displays, right? And you talk about the different, species of wood and things like that. I keep wanting to say, can we bring the dinosaurs back? But all kidding aside, when I was looking into some products a few years ago when I learned my friends do home flooring, right? And they talked a little bit about teak, and like a lot of teak wood is often used on, like, I guess, high-end boats, right? Because it's kind of like waterproof, right? Talk to us a little bit about if someone puts this in their vehicle or in their truck, do they have a concern for like rain and things like that?
If now we offer these products pre-finished. With our finishes, they're designed to live outside. You've got mildewcides, fungicides, UV protection. This finish is actually impregnated into that wood. It's designed for this. So they don't. If it's sealed correctly with the right products, they will not have a problem.
Yeah, and I want the viewers and listeners to know that, because this is a product that when you go to bedwood.com, you can actually purchase it. And when you install this over a weekend project, maybe with your son or daughter or significant other, you are adding some value to your vehicle. Obviously, you're going to make it look great. But we wanted to let you know that there is no concern for the rain, because you have all these different finishes out there. Now, as we walk back over to...
They can either buy it raw and then finish it, or they can order it from us pre-finished, pre-drilled, ready to install right out of the box, where they don't have to worry about anything.
Excellent. As we walk back to the 88 to 98, I wanted to kind of just get your thoughts here over on this side. Talk to us a little bit about when I came by earlier. You talked to us about this finish on this one. So go ahead and talk to us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Okay, right here we're seeing what we call our Carbon Series. It's a water-based finish system that we had developed for us. It's impregnated into the wood, so if you took this out, it's black on the bottom, it's black on the ends and edges, it's sealed, 100% sealed, completely encapsulated, so it's not going to fade. So you're going to keep this rich black color to it. But the beauty of it, compared to using a paint or something like that, this is designed to live outside. The Florida heat, the Florida rains, wherever you may be. Also, notice how nice you can see the grain structure. You're not hiding that or masking that. So you still preserve the beauty of the wood.
Talk to us a little bit about the hardware that we're seeing, right? So like oftentimes we think of stainless and things like that. Talk to us about what you guys are offering.
We have stainless, both polished and unpolished. We also have cold rolled steel. And we have something else new that people just need to watch us. It's going to be coming out here very soon. So we're going to shake things up a little bit.
Well, listen, we certainly appreciate your time. Reinforce to where you're located in the country in case anybody was curious, because I believe you guys are a little bit further north here. Do you travel down to Florida?
Yes, we're in western Kentucky. A lot of people know we're Bowling Green and Nashville. Hour from Bowling Green, hour from Nashville. On old Highway 41, as a lot of people are familiar with.
That goes all the way up there, past Ohio, I think.
Yeah, it's the main north-south route. And love people to come to our facility and visit with us.
Now, on social media, can they go on Facebook, Instagram, those type of outlets and just search Bedwood? Is that how they would find you?
Yeah, they would find us at Bedwood on both Instagram and Facebook.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. And listen, we love the products. As we kind of pan away here, we want to thank you for coming out to support the scene. But, you see these different displays that they have. They've got just a beautiful finish. I love when we talk about the different species of the wood. I mean, that's a good way to put it, because you think about the different look that you want in these different trucks. And it's awesome that, a few years ago we heard Ronnie on C10 talk about how the good guys have opened up, and now you got the 88 to 98s in here, right? It means we're getting older, guys. But this is cool because you can change literally within just a few hours or a weekend project. You can change the look of your bed. So check out bedwood.com, and we're going to kind of go ahead and pan back over here to the Engaged Media booth. Now, something else.
Improve on a classic. Modernize it with Sniper fuel injection from Holley. For only $9.99, Sniper eliminates cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, flooding, and fuel odors. Sniper installs with just 4 wires and self-tunes while you drive. Sniper replaces most 4-barrel carbs and is now available in a 2-barrel. Install a Sniper system, then get in, start it up, and enjoy driving your ride more today.
Flowmaster's FlowFX active mufflers feature wave technology. That's right, these are dual mode mufflers that can be wirelessly activated. These fit 2009 through 2020 Dodge Ram 1500 trucks with the factory dual exit exhaust. This direct fit replacement muffler has a dual personality. One has a nice performance tone over the stock exhaust system thanks to the FlowFX muffler, but also features a wireless controlled actuator valve on the power chamber that redirects exhaust through the turndown, giving you that deep open exhaust sound with just the push of a button. System features include mandrel bent stainless steel construction leading into the power chamber, followed by a round FlowFX muffler that easily connects to the factory tailpipes. The power chamber houses a wireless control valve with a large 3-inch turn-down tailpipe, letting everyone know who's the boss once it's activated. Other system features include the actuator motor, a control unit, 2 wireless key fobs, and all the necessary wiring, hardware, and detailed instructions. Show them who's boss with Flowmaster's FlowFX active mufflers. Learn more at Holley.com.
Now, something else I wanted to mention here was with the 88 to 98. Look how clear those headlights are, man. Everything is nice on this recent wrap that was completed. you obviously see a lot of cool stuff. Now, Chris, I want to talk to this. I think you're the man behind this build, you and Nicole, right? You recently had announced this through social media. Talk to us a little bit about this 88 to 98 OBS that technically is a Sierra.
Yeah, technically it's a Sierra. So it's a 98 GMC Sierra 5.7 liter. It's the third door, so it's the upgraded option. We bought the truck all original. It was factory, all original when we got it about 6 or 8 months ago. So the game plan was basically we wanted to build an OBS truck without cutting anything and bolting everything in. So we got the truck and we came up with a game plan that we wanted to reach out to Ride Tech. We once before installed Ride Tech's complete coilover kit on this on one of these trucks, and it was fully bolted and it was great. Now Ride Tech has this coilover kit to where it's the exact same kit, but instead of a coilover, you put in an air shock or an airbag. So that's what we did with this particular kit. So what you see right now is an 88 to 98 truck with a complete bolt-in Ride Tech kit, no cutting, no welding, and that's how low it'll sit. The bed's not cut, the front inner fender wells were not removed, nothing was welded, and everything was bolt-in. So it has front, upper, and lower control arms and a spindle with a shock and a bag. And in the rear, it's a wishbone suspension that has bags on the outside of the frame rail, and then a wishbone with a parallel, basically like a parallel triangulated 4-link kind of a setup. But it's all bolt-in, and basically you put a C-notch in it, you put the C-notch bracket on it, and everything bolts on from there. And then if you look inside of the bed, you could see the tank and compressors, and this is from Ride Tech also. It's called their Ride Pro system, or the pod. And basically the pod comes exactly how you see it from Ride Tech. No assembly, no wiring, no nothing. I dropped it in the bed, plugged in the wires and hoses, and turned it on. I didn't have to plumb anything. I didn't have to set up any compressors or anything like that. So what I'm trying to say is this suspension is extremely unique because A, it's completely bolt-in. B, it'll lay your truck out. It almost touches the frame rail. And then C, you could swap out the bags and put in coilovers if you really wanted to. But then the fact that this comes with literally everything you need. It comes with your tanks, your compressors, it even comes with your air line, the wiring, the switches, literally everything. And then to control it, just to keep going on with the suspension, to control it you have basically a key fob on your keys, or you can see on this app, Ride Tech's got this really cool app that basically you can control any of the corners, you can see how much air is in your tank, you can change it and adjust it all on the fly from your phone. So with all that being said, Ride Tech needs to have a little bit of a pat on the back because they've engineered this system for pretty much any 88 to 98 Chevy truck owner with even the slightest about of a bit of mechanical kind of knowledge or experience. You can make your truck layout all bolt-in, no cutting or welding. So yeah, Ride Tech. I think I'm just blown away by the kit and I like talking about it.
Yeah, you can Google Ride Tech. Real quick, as we look back at the truck, talk to us about the naming of it. Of course, I saw that through YouTube, like many of the viewers have, the reveal of this, which was done really nice and well. Talk to us a little bit about the name.
So that's a really cool story, and we go into it real heavy in print. And what it comes down to is I'm a big fan of this movie Ready Player One. And in my opinion, Ready Player One is a really good kind of representation of the truck scene. And that might sound weird, but let me kind of explain. So in the movie Ready Player One, it's based on the future to where everybody's kind of living their life online. You turn into this character and you go online and you have this great confidence and you're this totally different person and you love being in there and you're just not the same person. And outside of this game, you're possibly like a shy person or you don't really talk to a lot of people and you're not as outgoing. And in my personal opinion, that's exactly how we are with these trucks, me particularly. Maybe I'm a little bit of a shy person when I'm out and all that kind of stuff. But boy, right when I jump in this truck or any of my custom trucks and I start driving, you get a whole nother level of confidence. You get like this swagger to you and you get like this confidence to you to where you're basically a different person. So in the movie, there's a girl part and she's a regular girl and online she plays as a character named Artemis. And that's kind of where the name came from this. Artemis is a great name. And then basically when you're in the truck, you turn into a different character. And then we also kind of brought in a little flavor from the video game Cyberpunk because I'm big into biomechanical type stuff. I have tattoos that have biomechanical type stuff in it. So I just wanted to basically kind of stick with the whole biomechanical kind of theme. Cyberpunk came out. We thought it was going to be an amazing video game, and we took a lot of styling influences from that, mixed it with Ready Player One, and this is what we got. We reached out to, so I want to talk about the production of it a little bit. We reached out to a company called We Print Wraps. Now, We Print Wraps, I've been following this company for a while. They're doing something really, really cool, especially for this industry. The wrap industry is popular, but it has a lot of stigmas along with the paint industry. It's still expensive. You have to do graphics. You have to have it installed and all that kind of stuff, just like paint. So maybe the price is the same. The big difference is paint jail and paying things off in payments. So with this industry, one of the big most known things is we build these trucks as we can afford to build these trucks. Maybe we'll buy a set of wheels and then wait on the tires, and then buy a set of tires when you can. You can't really do that with a paint job. Your truck goes into paint, you got a $10,000 bill right when it's done, and it's in the shop for 8-9 months. Now with this wrap setup, how We Print Wraps came out, what they're gonna do is you can either hire a designer or design it yourself, which is great because the younger generation has the ability to design their own wrap. You send your files to We Print Wraps, they'll literally print every panel out for you and ship it back to you. So now you can break these things up. You can contact the designer, find out what the price is going to be, and get your design completely done and pay for that on your next paycheck or whatever you need to do. And then when you have the time to print it, you contact We Print Wraps, you send them the files that you own instead of having to go back to a wrap shop. You send them the files, they print everything, ship them to you. Now you got your files in your house. Now you can wait for your next little bit of money to come in. You jump on a website called Wrapper Mapper, you find a local installer. They'll come out to your house and they'll install your wrap. And that'll take a few days. So now you've not only taken all the lead time out of paint, but you've taken that big chunk of money problem out of there. Now you can break it up into multiple things. We Print Wraps will work with you, ship it directly to you, and then you get it installed when you want it. And that's what's so great about that in this industry. And the installers and the designers that we worked with on this one, Glarb is on Instagram. You got to check him out. He designed this amazing wrap, and he's a crazy, crazy wrap designer. And then Tate Designs and Alchemy Wrap Studio are the ones that installed it. And it looks like it could be a pretty simple of an install, maybe wraps, you've done here and there. But if you kind of go over this design, some of the really, really unique features are not only that it flows from the hood onto the fender, onto the door. It all flows, everything's correct. But these are all circles. So in order to put these down without warping these circles and all that, that's tricky, that takes skill. And then on top of the wrap, this is a satin wrap. So on top of the wrap, if you feel these are all lifted reflective pieces. So all of these blue pieces that you see here, they're all gonna reflect at night anytime light hits them. So that's gonna be a cool thing, just like on a police car. But to really, really set this thing off and something that Glarb and the guys really wanted to do that's never been done before, and we can't really show it as much as we want to right now, but at night you're gonna see it. But this particular panel right here, this is a flat LED panel. And if you really look hard enough, there's a flat wire that goes down here underneath the truck. And this lights up blue. And it blinks, and I can control the brightness of it, how fast it blinks, how solid it is, all that good stuff. So we're gonna see all that tonight, and it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, we can't wait to see the video. Chris, thanks for showing this. What I want to do is walk back to the booth real quick, and we're going to wrap up this segment here. And as we look at some of the banners here, we wanted to reinforce that Holley Performance Products. We want to quickly talk about Holley's Sniper EFI system. It's perfect for street rods, muscle cars, off-road trucks, and more. Holley's Sniper EFI is the easiest way to upgrade your carbureted vehicle to a modern electronic EFI or fuel injection system, if you will. Sniper systems install on any square bore carb flange and eliminate cold start issues, improve fuel economy, and increase power. Check them out at Holley.com. Who doesn't want to save a little bit of money on fuel in 2021 and beyond. So we're out here at Daytona Truck Meet. You can tap on that hashtag via social media platforms, and you can see all of the coverage that we will be bringing, including photos and these videos. Please consider subscribing here if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, check us out. We've got a couple of Street Trucks groups, including the page.
The Florida.
Any of the views.
Freaking cool. We actually use a product called
A website called Rapper Map.
Coverage that we will be bringing, including photos and these videos. Please consider subscribing here if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, check us out. We've got a couple of Street Trucks groups, including the page streettrucksmag.com to subscribe. We're out to the next segment.
This product itself is called our Bedwood X. What that is 100% pre-cut, 100% pre-drilled, yes, for the perimeter too, 100% pre-finished. So this is the first product of its kind that is made of natural wood that's 100% ready to install in your truck from the box. So you're probably asking yourself at this point, how do they finish this wood? What we do is we actually use a product called H2X. What H2X is a two-part system. The first step is our impregnator. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna saturate this wood with our impregnator, and it's going to soak into the grains of the wood, and it's going to protect it from the inside out. The second step is going to be your satin clear finish, and that's going to give you that real nice look. You can brush this stuff on, you can spray it on. For best results, we always recommend you spraying into the second step.
All right, Street Trucks Nation, and we're back at Daytona Truck Meet 2021. I'll be taking over this segment. Mr. Jason's taking a break running the camera. My name's Josh, AKA @SirFierson. So what we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna do some walking around, enjoy the sights and sounds, and while we're walking around, I'm gonna talk to you guys about some of our sponsors. So Jason, let's start walking and checking out some of these crazy trucks. Okay guys, we're gonna talk to you guys a little bit about Beltec suspension. You might notice on a lot of these trucks, they're either lifted or lower. There's no stock suspension at all at this show. With over 30 years of experience in suspension design and manufacturing, Beltec is recognized as the undisputed leader in truck suspension products. Beltec is the originator of lowered suspension components that helped revolutionize an industry and the first to introduce the lowered spindle for trucks. We got a truck in the background. You might not be able to hear my audio, but we'll keep going here. To this day, Beltec continues to help enthusiasts safely and correctly lower or lift the stance of their rides. If you want to modify your truck's suspension while maintaining the factory performance for on or off-road use, Beltec is the way to go. So we've been here for a couple of hours today, and I actually walked up on this C10 over here to the left. Now I am a C10 guy, through and through. So this is going to be a 1972 C10. You can only tell by if the rear view mirror is mounted on the glass or not. A 1971, they were actually mounted in the roof. Beautiful long bed. You got the US mags on there. Great patina, hand-painted shop design logo. That thing is freaking cool. I love me a nice two-wheel drive lowered C10. We got Chris Hamilton here with us. Chris, what do you think of our truck show here today at Daytona Truck Meet 2021?
Well, let me just say there's plenty to look at.
Bikini contest in a few, right?
Just in a few. I hope you guys want to see it. No, dude, these trucks though, man, like obviously it's a majority lifted, but I mean the engineering and the design and everything that's cool coming along with this. One of the things that this particular scene now, lifted truck scene does nowadays that's so unique is their designs. It's back in the day, lifted trucks, you know, were really cool. Everybody loved them, but they sort of looked a lot like each other. Nowadays, man, these lifted trucks, they're putting in a lot of really cool design details. And look, all that is custom etched. All those plates that go over the suspension, those are all hand etched. That's crazy the amount of time and effort it takes to do that, but
It sure is, and this is a full custom chassis. Now, something like this takes a ton of time and talent to be able to manufacture and build. Now, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm not a Ford guy, I'm a Chevy guy, but what do they call it? Is this the Texas Lean where they got the air suspension on their trucks, on their lifted trucks, and they can lift them and lower them and they can do whatever they want to. So now you got a truck that sits way off the ground, but it has the comfort of an air ride suspension, which when you're driving a truck like this, you know, can get pretty brutal at times.
And if you see the frame is fully painted and it's got brackets on it that are fully painted. So what does that tell you? That tells you this complete body, suspension, everything was completely disassembled. And the frame was bare and raw when they modified it and painted it and then reassembled the entire truck. Sometimes a lot of people that aren't in the industries don't realize how far some of these guys go to build these trucks. And this is a perfect example. A fully fabricated painted frame on a 90s Ford dually. That's killer. It's so much work and effort, but it's really appreciated.
If you want to see more of this truck, follow at Hollywood_Mike. I'm sure he's got some crazy stuff over here. All right, Jason, I think we have an interview over here with the owner. Is this Hollywood Mike himself?
Yeah,
What's up, man?
Mike, man, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. So I see you got a couple of trucks over here, not just this one we were looking at. Why don't you tell us what you guys got going on over here?
Well, let me get my other guy with me real quick. Where's the,
yeah.
Where's the,
We got to get. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. So while he's going to get his business partner, let's check out this other F350 over here. F250, excuse me.
Wasted wages. I love that name.
Wasted wages. This thing is absurd, dude. What's up, man? Hey, I'm Josh.
Mark.
Mark?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. So we were just admiring these Fords in here, dude. So we know that you guys put a lot of time, effort, and energy in building these trucks. So why don't you tell us about what you guys are all about and what you guys got going on here today?
Yeah, so the Ride Motorsports is all about these OBS Fords, working on stuff from 1987 to 1997. We specialize in Super Duty axle swaps, so anything from 05 and up axle swaps to get rid of, leaf packs that people have in the front. It makes them just clunky, they don't ride so good. So we're putting in, we put the radius arms in to get the coil springs. We also do coilovers, we do air ride stuff, and then stuff for like Mike here. We did a full off custom setup for him, and he's got all the King coil, the King airbags, and so stuff like these two big trucks to our side here. They're like our SEMA feature stuff. So that's if someone comes to us and wants something over the top, and then we've got our everyday off-the-shelf kits for someone that just wants to get their truck running and feeling better.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And actually, to touch on that point you were making about the air ride suspension, like we all know when you ride a lifted truck, it's not always the most comfortable ride, but as soon as you put that air ride on there, dude, that's a totally different ball game. Sure. You're like riding on a cushy cloud and like handling that thing like it's nothing. But where are you guys based out of?
So right now we're based out of Ontario, Canada. But most of our clientele base is all here in the States. So we're actually right now in the process of moving our business down to the States just to better supply to our American customers.
Very cool. And do you guys have a location or state identified yet, or somewhere you'd rather be?
Yeah, we're leaning probably towards Texas. That's a good truck state. One of our biggest dealers is in Texas, and all the big guys are there. So we're probably going to go Texas. It's good central states for us to come to all these shows. So like if we were in Florida to go to Vegas, we're driving like 40-something hours, whereas when we're in Texas, we're going to be like hopefully 12 hours everywhere kind of deal.
Yeah, Texas, that's definitely would have been my choice as well. We were just out at Lone Star Throwdown, and dude, those trucks out there were absurd. These these are definitely on caliber for that. And the work that you guys do, man, we're just checking this stuff out. It's crazy, man. So, yeah, definitely appreciate your time. And where can our audience find you guys?
Yeah, so if you're looking at it, purchasing anything, you can go to rydmotorsports.com or check us out on Instagram, RYD Motorsports.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, guys, we're going to keep walking here, enjoying the sights and sounds. What time is that bikini contest? Okay. So while we're walking around over here, actually, Jason, let's take a walk over here. You're not going to be able to hear me too well because of the music, but I just want to show you guys these side-by-sides. These things are absolutely insane. So these guys, I'm sorry if you can't hear me, these guys will build these things, lift them, they'll lower them, but they'll put these big-ass tires on them, and they'll just run these things like crazy. I mean, even look at this four-wheeler, dude.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Those are 30-inch wheels.
That is 30-inch wheels, he just announced, on the four-wheeler with the mud bogging tires. Holy cow, bro. So I spotted something a little more my style right over here behind us. We got a black 68 C10. This looks like, actually not a C10. This looks like we got some stacks on it. I'm assuming we're going to have a diesel engine in this one. We saw this roll in earlier today, but we haven't had, oh yeah, it's got an intercooler on it, so you know it's turboed. Let's see if we can find any specs on this thing. Looks like original paint. It's a pretty clean truck. But check this out. You got a 4-link rear, custom built back half. Look at the dual drive shafts. And we got a little rubbing on that back drive shaft. You got to be careful. I don't want that thing to explode going down the interstate. Look at these JTX forged wheels. Holy cow. Imagine the effort it takes to keep those clean, man. These guys are based out of Georgia. If you want to follow him, you can hop on Instagram or Facebook at SOB_built_. Beautiful truck, tons of fabrication work. Very cool. You got to watch out when you're walking by these trucks. They got them spiky lug nuts. Tron. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Jason, over here to the left, we got a gnarly looking side-by-side.
Look at those tires.
Yeah. Woo! That's a beast, bro. That'll probably float with those tires, with tires that big, man. That thing's pretty gnarly, dude. So let's keep walking over here. Let's see what we got going on. Got a nice high country 2021 2500 Silverado HD. These look like some really super clean drivers.
Let's talk to the TIS Forge around that booth a little bit, and then we'll head back over to the bikini contest.
So one cool thing too, we were talking about wraps earlier. If you look over here to the left, there's like this chameleon metallic crazy wrapped Silverado. Like the crazy stuff that they do with wraps these days, man, it's just unreal. Like, look at this thing. It's going from purple to green to yellow. Yeah, it's all custom painted under the hood. All the technology and what they could do with these wraps nowadays is absolutely insane.
When the chameleon paint jobs came out after the Mustang, and everybody was like, I want the chameleon paint jobs, and everybody's talking about how expensive and hard they are to do. And now you wrap it in 2 days, and you got some crazy chameleon wrap on it. It's crazy. It's awesome. I love it.
We're going to make our way over here to the TIS Forge booth and see what they got going on. So some of the shows we're used to going to, I mean, they get started at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're packed. Here we are. It's about 11:42 right now. I've been here for a couple of hours, and now it's starting to get hopping.
Let's tell everybody to either click dislike or comment below as to what you think about lean trucks or these type of setups. What is your real opinion? How many people are out there that actually like them? Because the amount of them that are out here are pretty extravagant. So there's obviously a large group of guys that like it. So what do you guys think?
So here in Central Florida, we call that the Palaca Lean. So we're hanging out over here at the TIS Forge booth. They have some absolutely insane trucks, man. The wheel selection that this company has is freaking crazy. We're gonna see if we can get somebody here to talk to us, but let's just enjoy what we're looking at over here. I mean, dude, it takes an insane amount of work to keep these wheels this clean, but they're stunning.
Yep. So what's TIS stand for?
I don't know, what does TIS stand for, Chris?
So TIS originally stood for 20 inches strong, but I don't know if that still means.
I think it's probably changed to 30 inches strong now.
Oh yeah, because it's a T. You're right. It might be 30 inches strong.
So let's check out some of their wheel selections over here.
Check these out. These are TIS off-road. I was trying to see if any of them said forged. I'm not sure. But essentially, you want to kind of go over the difference between a forged and a non-forged wheel, but try to find a forged wheel. Basically, essentially, forged wheel is an aluminum wheel that's all been cut out of one block of aluminum. And non-forged wheels have either come from multiple pieces or not aluminum. So anytime you see a forged wheel, that means you had one square of aluminum that cut that entire wheel out, and it's all one piece. So it's pretty cool.
And that's why those wheels are so expensive.
TIS forged. So you know this entire wheel came out of one block of aluminum. It's pretty neat.
Imagine that how big the machining has to be to create that wheel.
Yeah, I know.
We got a pretty killer Super Duty in front of us right now.
7.3 supercharged. Look at that. He's got Godzilla on his thing. That's pretty cool.
Supercharged Godzilla, 7.3 liter.
So it's so unique because back in the day you used to see the truck with like the 5 or the 6 shocks on the front and the 5 or the 6 shocks on the steering. And now they've replaced all that old school technology with these gigantic bypass shocks and airbags. And if you kind of don't know, you got your shock here, but then this separate reservoir, this is what's going to allow you to have more travel. So if this shock runs out of fluid, it's going to use fluid in here. Or if it compresses too much, instead of storing all the fluid in here, it can, store additional fluid in, almost like a capacitor for audio, sort of. But yeah, so this is the new technology replacing it. And realistically, I'm not sure, but a lot of these kits will bolt right in too. It's wild. The engineering's nice. There's a bag patina Apache over here.
Oh, this is
this one and then kind of cut it and walk over that way.
Yeah, cut it after this one. Start it back up at the beginning.
Such a beautiful day out here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Couldn't ask for better weather. Let's check out this Apache over here. So I had the opportunity to check this out a little bit before we started filming today. And this truck is crazy, man.
Sponsored by Renegade.
turbocharged Cummins diesel. Dubbed, it's a C60, so this will be actually a Viking. But these trucks are very unique. They have a wraparound windshield. Like, look at this. You don't see stuff like this anymore in cars nowadays, man. Hard to tell if it's original paint or not. Looks like a Fotina, but very well done. Very simple, super clean interior. Nothing super crazy about it, other than the fact of these massive meats in the back with this dually. If I would equate this to a dog, it'd be a pit bull. It's just so stout and just meaty. This thing is awesome, dude. Totally original interior. Love that they had not touched it, other than the floor, to make the custom column so they can get the truck that low on the ground. We're going to try to get the owner over here to talk to him about this, because there's a lot of engineering and work that went into making this truck. But let's walk around the back here and just check out what he's done with the bed.
And I don't know if it's a he or a she, because this is Hannah on the windshield, so we'll find out in a minute.
All right, guys. Well, while we hunt down the owner of this truck, we're going to cut to commercial break. And before we do that, let's talk about Flowmaster, one of the sponsors of this live stream. So Flowmaster is the industry leader in performance exhaust systems, mufflers, cold air intakes, and headers. Flowmaster systems are designed to increase the power, torque, and overall enjoyment of your vehicle. Every Flowmaster system is designed and fabricated on a chassis dyno to achieve maximum performance and perfect fitment. Best of all, Flowmaster's stainless steel systems are covered by our lifetime limited warranty, ensuring that your exhaust will last as long as you own your vehicle. Check them out at Holley.com. All right, folks, we're going to take a break here, and we'll see y'all shortly.
This Flow Effects catback exhaust system is constructed from 409S stainless steel, direct bolt-on without any modifications, and it clears your factory spare tire. So if you're looking for horsepower gains with a mild to moderate interior and exterior sound without avoiding emissions and your factory warranty, then this system is for you. This kit comes with all necessary parts and hardware for an easy at-home installation and is backed up by Flowmaster's lifetime limited warranty. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hey, we're continuing our coverage of the Daytona Truck Meet for street trucks. I'm Jason ODB with Our Lifestyle Podcast. We're going to pan over here to most people's favorite part of any crazy event. This is obviously the stage and bikini contest, which is a long-running thing at truck shows, I'm sure going back to the van days of many, many years ago. We'll see how much we can see. We're a little bit late to the game here. Straight out of Brazil. Excuse me real quick. Sorry. Excuse me. All right, we'll get a decent view right here. We'll just let you enjoy the sights and sounds.
That girl is dragging a wagon. Let's go. Wow. Oh my, wow. Wow. Let's hear it for Ashlyn. Oh, wow. Hey, don't yell too loud if your girl's here. Round 2 coming in hot.
Round 2, you guys ready?
With the dump truck. Yes. Dragging the wagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling about round number 1? I can't hear you. How do you feel about these sexy ladies? Okay. Hey, take difficulties, all right? Give me a damn break. Jeez. All right. What's up, guys? If you don't know me, I'm Jordan. I'm the owner, founder of Daytona Truck Meet. I just wanted to get up here real quick and tell you, I really appreciate you hanging out, having a good time. It's I got to tell you, this is going to be a record year. It's huge. I mean, yesterday we had estimated about 7,000 people in the show. From what I'm seeing right now, I mean, yeah, can we get a head count? Hey, I mean, I'm not crazy to say there's probably about 20,000 people up in here right now. So, hey. Well, yeah, I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart y'all coming out, hanging out. It's I really love doing this. This is what I love to do. So, hey, I appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good time. Stay safe out there, all right? When you drive back home, I know a lot of y'all got long drives. Drive safe, please. Take it slow. You got it. Hey, get back. We're doing a big picture here.
You see one of the Beltec shirts right over here. The guy's got a white one on by the flag. Beltec Sport Trucks. That's a nice little throwback. Thanks to Beltec, you can go to beltec.com and you can check out all their products. They also are big supporters of street trucks, so thanks so much to them. We love what they do for the scene, and they have a long-standing legacy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to turn around, and I'm going to wait and see. I think did he say round 2's coming up? So we'll just go ahead and wait here a couple minutes and see what happens. And due to the break, we are going to check out some more rides here to give you guys as much content as we can from Daytona Truck Meet 2021. Just a reminder, you can tap on the hashtag Daytona Truck Meet, Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you follow our fine sponsors, Holly, Beltec, Bedwood, and Flowmasters. Yeah, so when we pan over here, you're going to see a lifted full-size Chevy, crew cab, of course. I got a similar year truck. You also have a mini truck, although maybe not lowered. And then you have, again, crew cab trucks are all the rage. Recently, Ford made a splash with the Maverick reintroduced, and obviously a little bit of discussion. You know, it's a unibody truck. It is 40 MPG apparently at a $20K price point, and it's a hybrid, so you don't have to actually plug it in. So we'll have to kind of see how that goes. Okay. And then what we're going to do here as we kind of walk down through behind the grandstands, what I did want to show is the artwork here. There's a guy sitting in front of the Daytona Truck Meet 2021. The artwork kind of represents what's here, right? You got American Force, of course, but you got the lifted, kind of newer late model Chevy pickup on it, as well as another lifted truck. A lot of long lines for concessions. And a lot of spectators that you're going to see kind of hovering around here. It just really shows that people do want to get out. They want to enjoy the summer. They want to go to truck shows. And although this might not be our typical kind of event that we would attend, we're super enthused to see all of the truck enthusiasts out here. Whether it's lifted, lower, we've seen some mini trucks as well. Just talked to a guy that came all the way from Tennessee and his crew cab, Colorado. So I did want to highlight this this Chevy over here. Now, it's stock, right, as far as suspension goes. But check out the wrap on it. You know, Chris talked a little bit earlier about wraps. And this is something that obviously is going to protect your paint. But, you know, if you're a comic book guy or you just like your stuff loud, like it says on the rear hips of this dually, then this is something that you might enjoy. Protects the paint. Peel the stuff off down the road. Man, you'd be hard-pressed to find a cleaner wheel than that. Thing looks brand new. But, of course, it's a high country. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is next to it you got a Jeep. You know, Jeeps have long been vehicles that a lot of Americans have appreciated for a long time. And with a lot of the lifted vehicles, you've continued to see this kind of trend with a bigger wheel and a lot of accessories, of course, in the Jeep market. And this one is highly accessorized. Now, I don't want to jinx us, but, you know, one good thing that we were talking about earlier was Josh and I were saying how there's not a lot of train horns going off here, which is kind of nice. There's a lot of people. So although we hear the loud stereos and we see a lot of lifted trucks, some lowered, it's a good mix of people that are out here. But we don't have to cringe too often when we hear these loud train horns, do we? Now, as we kind of get over to on the right side here, you're going to see the GMC lifted truck, single rear wheel. This is something that you'd see, you know, every day on the street, like in your town. Something that, you know, a lot of guys appreciate just lifting their vehicles. Real clean look. But right next to it, the homie from Tennessee. And we'll see if we can get him for a second. This is the Colorado I mentioned a moment ago. We'll take a look at the interior and just the overall stance of it. So we've seen him at a lot of shows, including one of our favorites, Orange Beach Invasion, which is every March in Orange Beach, Alabama. I wanted the homie, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Cody Milhorn.
Hey, Cody. So I know you came all the way from Tennessee, man. How was the drive?
It wasn't too bad. Didn't run into any rain or anything. So,
talk to us a little bit about your Colorado. The crew cab's on the rise.
I've had it for about 11 years now. It was my daily driver in high school. It's got about 140,000 miles on it. Factory paint. So,
excellent. So we're taking a look at what you've done. So.
Text him. Come over to gate 40.
Okay, so we're going to continue our coverage here. We had a VIP call come in. We had to make sure we took care of the good, fine folks out there. Now, check this out. So OBS trucks, we talk a lot about with the OBS Builder's Guide. That's available, obviously, as our sister publication. But you see an extended cab truck here. And like it or not, this style is real popular with a little bit of a lift. Of course, a big wheel on it as well. A lot of suspension work. Of course, the bar in the back says once you carry your own water, you will learn the value of every drop. Just a clean look overall. And this is a truck that you're going to see a lot of these right here at Daytona Truck Meet. You see on the back window, Matthew Z71. See those famous 88 to 98 OBS dashes. This one's obviously post 95. The 95s had the airbag. There was no airbag on the passenger side. Now you see the newer style motor. You often hear the term LS swap. And this one no longer has the CPI, which is typically from 95-ish to 99. Now, when you hear the term OBS, this is obviously a GMC Sierra, real clean look. And this thing looks great when you look at the wheels. Do you have just a minute to talk to us about the truck? Is this one yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, let's step over here real quick, if you don't mind. So we're with Street Trucks, and we're going around talking to people. This is going to be part of our live stream. What's your name?
My name's Matt.
Hey, Matt. It looks real good. Where are you from?
I'm from Melrose. I'm about an hour away. Not far.
About an hour away. Awesome stuff. Now, talk to us a little bit about this GMC Sierra. It's real clean. What year is it? What are some of the mods as we walk around this way?
So it's a 97 K1500 four-wheel drive. I got it when I was 16, so that's 11 years ago.
Wow.
It's my only truck I've ever had. But
yeah, so you're a younger guy, but we appreciate you helping keep the truck scene alive. Now, have you always been into lifted trucks?
For sure, but lower too.
Yeah, so lowered and lifted. So you got some nice touches like the GMC billet badge on the back tailgate. Obviously, you got the smooth or flipped tailgate handle. Talk to us about the roll pan and some of the stuff that you were paying homage to with some of the trucks that have obviously been popular for a long time.
Yeah, what caught my eye about the roll pan is I know the lower trucks, that's a big thing, but I always liked that style. And not many lifted trucks have, but I thought it looked sweet on there. So I did it, and I like the way it turned out.
Yeah, it looks good. Now, can you pop the tailgate down for us? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to show how clean it is inside the bed of this truck. You kind of see over the years the bedliners have become increasingly more popular. Now, was this a bedliner you were able to do at your place, or did you have someone locally?
I had a shop do it. I've had to touch it up here and there, but I've had a shop do it.
Now, this is also, was it the third door version or no?
It's actually a third door.
Yeah, the third door versions, which we talked about with Street Trucks earlier with Artemis. That one's a third door truck, and that was a mod that I talked about at Lone Star Throwdown on Tracy's truck that I thought was cool. You don't see the third doors as much, but they're definitely awesome. Real clean undercarriage on this one, a lot of painted parts. You got the smooth front bumper. You, of course, got the Sierra grill. Now, what brought you out to the Daytona Truck Meet this year?
I've been the past 3 years catching up with some guys I've been chatting with on Instagram, seeing their trucks for the first time. It's pretty cool. Some more OBS guys.
Nice. And as you pan back and you look to your left and you look at the fuse, like where the fuse panel's at, you kind of see some of the ball milled billet pieces. These were ultra popular in the rise of the sport truck era. So it's kind of cool that you got some of that, including over near where your old school cigarette lighter adapter would be. So pretty cool stuff. One of our friends, Tom, for Building Acrylic Fantasies, has been making these parts a long time. You got the Escalade door handles. What else can you tell us about the overall truck?
I mean, I feel like I've done about everything, but there's still something to do. It's never ending. The next process to LS swap it. It's got the original 5.7 crate motor in there, but like his truck, I really want to LS swap it.
Awesome. So a younger dude, it was Matt, right?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah. So younger dude Matt, he's out here representing keeping the truck scene alive, and whether it's lifted or lowered, we love it at Street Trucks. Hey, thank you so much, man, for your time, brother. Have a great weekend. We'll continue to float around. Now, what I thought we could do is we'll snake through here real quick. On Matt's truck, we just saw that he had a VIP badge on it. So, some of these VIP parking spots went quicker than others. But for anyone that's come to some of the Turkey Rod Run or the Spring Rod Run events, this facility is about a 500-acre facility. The grandstands, believe it or not, hold about 123,500, just the grandstands alone. But when you look at how big this event is on a third and or fourth, give or take about 4-year event, I think, Josh, it's pretty amazing to see how big and how quickly it's grown. I wanted to stop real quick and just kind of see, like, Josh, how are you feeling overall with all these awesome trucks here?
It's always good to get out and see something different. Running the C10 Club Florida and being so heavily involved with the lower truck scene that honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking at half the time when I look at these trucks. And every time I get to talk to one of these truck owners, they enlighten me on, the amount of work that it takes and the fabrication that it takes to put these trucks together. And not only does it take a lot of work, but, you got to be financially dedicated to this process because these trucks probably cost twice as much as the lower trucks with all of the custom fabrication stuff they have to put into it. And that's something that I had not realized until I really started talking to these guys. And I'm like, wait, you guys doing what?
Yeah, and speaking of that process, as we continue walking, you recently have been going through, you had shared with me, you're going through kind of a process with your truck. Just give us a quick update on what you're expecting, because I think you're headed to Tennessee soon.
Yes, sir. So we're actually headed to Southeastern Truck Nationals in Lebanon, Tennessee. Brian Ashley, who runs C10 Club Tennessee, organizes that event every year. So this year it's actually the first 2-day event, and we're going to ride up there. We'll be there Thursday. Event starts Friday and Saturday, and I'll be driving my Blazer because our big motto with the C10 Club is drive your shit. We don't want you guys to trailer your trucks to these shows, and a lot of these dudes here will drive their trucks to these shows. So that's kind of the big push for me is my truck's actually in the shop right now getting the transmission rebuilt because we drove it to Alabama. Luckily, we made it home, and we didn't smoke the transmission on the way. But now that we're almost done with that process of getting the truck rebuilt, the transmission rebuilt, so that we can go ahead and make that ride to Tennessee. Hang on one second. All this AV gear kind of becomes cumbersome after a while, but to be able to get my truck back on the road is going to be awesome, man. It's going to be this is going to be a 9.5-hour drive one way because I live near Daytona Beach, Florida. So while we're making that trip up, I'll still be doing my shakedown because when I get my truck back next week, I'm going to be going to send it to paint, and then as soon as I get it back from paint, I got to take the carpet out and put in the new carpet kit. So, I'm in it with these guys. Like, these guys are always working on your truck. Like Matt was just saying with the red lifted OBS over there. He says he's done, but there's always something that you can do, and that's kind of the commonality between the lifted guys and the lower guys is that, yeah, your rig might be done, but like it's never good enough. So you're always tweaking it, always working on it, and you're always trying to do. Take it to that next level and get your truck to, something you can be proud of. So when you drive it to a show like this, you're good to go. So I think we're gonna come over here and check out some of these trucks. So I know we were just talking about the Southeastern Truck Nationals, which is a C10 based event, but check out this F-150, man. Super clean. Looks like he's got some bumper work done to it. Clean paint work. It's always nice to see a two-wheel drive truck at a four-wheel drive truck show. Got a shaved bumper, really clean body lines. I'm gonna go on a limb here, Jason, and say that they drove this from North Carolina. They got North Carolina plates and a spare tire in the bed. So these guys, they drive their shit. And that's my motto. Like, we have these trucks, we love them, we want to show them, but man, like, I want to drive them. I want to take them across the country. I got a big trip in the works right now. Can't tell you any details yet, but it might be coming to Street Trucks media, social media outlets really soon. But dude, what is this thing? Never too old for Hot Wheels. 68 go-kart. Is that like a Mini? Made it into a truck? Yeah, Mini Cooper made into a truck. That's really cool. Very cool. A lot of fab work in that. Right next to that is a super clean OBS dually. These, like Jason was saying, like, these trucks are becoming super popular. These are the next classic truck. I mean, technically, by definition, they're already a classic, but they're not accepted by a lot of organizations as a classic vehicle. But as their popularity increases, that's going to change. There's one of those train horns, and that's actually our sign to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back with you guys to continue our coverage of Daytona Truck Meet 2021. See you soon.
Are you still using needle pointer gauges on your ride? Now you can get that clean, slick look of a digital dash on your carbureted cruiser. Holley's standalone digital dashes can replace all your traditional gauges with a state-of-the-art full-color touchscreen. Available in two sizes, the touchscreen auto-dims, giving you crystal clear sharpness day or night. With access to multiple screens just by swiping, you get to view and customize all your favorite gauges. Easily set up driving screens, tuning, race, even warm-up screens. The fully programmable touchscreen allows you to customize the layout of your gauges, displaying them in analog or digital styles. You can set up warning lights and even virtual switches, eliminating the need for external toggle switches. Configure your own backdrop for that custom one-off look, or choose from the pre-configured screens. Basic engine functions are wired directly to the dash, with plenty of room for additional sensors. Configuring inputs and outputs is easily done through the dash. With predefined Holley sensors already programmed into the dash, adding sensors is easy. Non-Holley sensors are also supported with sensor scaling. An internal GPS sensor calculates speed, odometer, and trip functions. An integrated G-meter monitors your acceleration and lateral forces. These dashes are easily mountable on your console, dashboard, off a roll cage, or simply a steering column. With room for 13 multi-configurable inputs, you can be sure everything will be visible and data logged. A built-in USB connection allows you to expand your available memory for easy file management. On-screen data log playback allows you to review vital run information right on the dash, while full analysis via laptop is available. With USB keyboard and mouse functionality, setup is quick and easy. A CAN bus is included for plug-and-play compatibility with Holley EFI systems. So next time you need to keep tabs on the vitality of your engine, swipe on over to one of Holley's new standalone digital dashes. Learn more about Holley's digital dashes at holley.com.
All right, Street Trucks Nation, and we're back with our coverage of Daytona Truck Meet 2021. So Jason was showing you the artwork for the show just a couple of minutes ago, and I believe we stumbled across one of those featured trucks on the artwork. So this to me looks like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm a Chevy guy, a 1980s Jeep Wagoneer. Looks like the owner is Maddie_Heater. You can find her on Instagram. Fully custom chassis. It's so beachy, so fitting for the Daytona Beach feel. Obviously, we're out in the tropical environment. But funny thing to me that I noticed is that this truck came out of Ohio. So you're as far away from the beach as you could get, but this thing is cruising the mean streets of Ohio and just looking beastly. The attention to detail is phenomenal. You know, everything under there is powder coated. Laser cut frame. I mean, you can see it's got little palm fronds in it, and it got little waves and like this connecting rod thing in the middle. Again, sorry guys, I'm not a lifted truck guy, so I don't know what these parts are called. But you can see it's got like little waves and little palm fronds and stuff, a lot of detail. And it's immaculate too. They got like a wrap on the drive shaft, little floral wrap. So that's the kind of crazy stuff you see here at this event. So we're gonna keep walking here. I saw something that caught my eye. It was this square body Suburban, 4-wheel drive. Before we walk around the front, take a look at that drive shaft for the front axle, man. Look at the angle on that thing. That's crazy, dude. Super clean. Every truck in this booth is very nice. We're on the Hostile booth. They make custom wheels, custom forged wheels. If you guys are in the market for wheels, definitely want to check these guys out. Suburbans are always a good choice. Got a couple of really cool trucks driving by. Check out this F250. It's got like a matte purple wrap on it with pink wheels. That is pretty badass, dude. He even powder coated his leaf springs to be alternating colors, pink and green. A lot of detail. His front wheels are pink and his back wheels are green. That's freaking cool. You got these side-by-sides rolling around. American Force in the house.
It's going down. We're getting ready to check out the booth.
Yeah, go check it out. Tell me what you think. It's huge this year. Probably 50, 60 trucks. So, yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, brother. Yep, thank you. We'll keep walking here. So this is the American Force booth. He wasn't lying when he was saying there's 50 or 60 trucks in here. Look at how big this setup is. So like Jason was saying earlier, we got a nice mix of American and import trucks here. So we got a killer Nissan Titan. And this is like, again, it's going to be one of your daily driver trucks. You know, it's super nice. It's got some nice meaty tires on it. Very well done. Toyotas. Got a couple of Toyotas in the house. Just going to walk around here and check out this booth. And way off in the distance, you might be able to see a massive American flag. If there's one thing I know about truck owners, it's just about all of them are about as patriotic as it gets. Super killer side-by-side right here. This thing is nuts. One thing that caught my eye in the booth over here is this dent side Ford. I love it when these guys take these old trucks and mod them like this. The new trucks are great too, man, but I'm a sucker for a nice old truck. There's a crew cab too. These are getting harder to find. Everything on this frame is touched, powder coated, polished. These boys don't play. Got them 30-inch wheels on it. Watch your back. So cool, man. Love it. We're going to keep moving here. See, we got Plan B Fab over there with a couple of massive Fords. The one on the far left over here, standing above them all, is called Way Overkill. I think he nailed the name on that one. We got some 55-gallon drums on the back of this truck rolling up here. There he goes. I believe this these guys, they throw a bunch of stuff on these trucks and cars. I believe that tradition came from Texas. When we were out at Lone Star Throwdown this year, there were a couple of cars that were riding around with like trash cans welded on the back bumper as like their exhaust, and they had like lawn chairs and stuff welded on the top. It was like, who could make the most insane, crazy, wild-looking thing and drive it around the show? They also have a thing called Sunday Fun Day, which is where them boys get out and have a lot of fun with their trucks. As we're walking around here, we're just going to take a second to bring it back to Bedwood. So guys, Bedwood offers a wide flexibility of customizing your classic truck by choosing from a wide variety of wood species, as Jeff was telling us earlier. You can choose your finish, hardware, and accessories. Bedwood kits are designed to be an out-of-the-box solution for most classic trucks, providing you with everything you need to install your new Bedwood. These kits come with pre-finished or unfinished wood surfaces and are now available in 88 to 98 Chevy trucks, as well as the new Jeep Gladiator. Check them out at bedwood.com. So guys, we're just gonna be walking around here, checking it out. We're kind of coming to the end of where the show trucks are, and we're gonna loop back around and make our way back to the street trucks booth so we can take a break. If there's one thing that's consistent in Daytona, it's that it's hot. Some really nice trucks over here, man. Check out this this Ford Super Duty. We got an F-250 running on 30s. Another common theme I see with these trucks is that everything is just clean, man. These guys take so much pride in what they do that they keep these things clean, but they drive their stuff, man. Got another crazy side-by-side, man. These side-by-sides are getting so popular. These guys make them so crazy. We got another nice Ford crew cab over here. Again, these are getting super hard to find. You know, these trucks are getting more and more rare. Love seeing these trucks restored. Super clean interior. Custom black leather seat with red stitching and the Ford emblem. How you doing, man? No, it's all good, man. Yeah, we're just filming it, man. Nice truck. Cool deal.
Thanks.
Yeah, brother.
You want the door closed or something, or what? So you can get a better picture? Or?
Nah, man, we're just. Thanks, brother. Super clean truck. Another crazy 2500 HD Silverado. Another cool thing about this event is these trucks will drive around. They can kind of cruise, which is really cool. So if you check out this Super Duty rolling up the road right here. These trucks can drive on this road all around the track and show off what they got. Something I've always loved about coming to shows at the Speedway is just, you know, it makes you feel like these shows are, you know, not that big, because the Speedway is so big. And then once you start walking it, you realize, like, how big these shows actually are. Because you're walking in one direction for a mile, and it's just truck after truck after truck after truck after vendor after vendor. It's like, dude, this place is freaking huge. The Daytona Speedway is a 2.5 mile oval track. So just think of how big the infield is and how many trucks they can fit in here. And this place is almost packed. Looks like we got a pretty cool little Divco truck over here. Something you don't see every day when these things are laying frame. This looks like the Sunday Fun Day truck. So this is actually an apparel company too. Sunday Fun Day started out in Texas, where these guys will go out and, like I was saying, have some fun with their trucks. And I guess this is their little Divco truck, man. Super cool. Yeah, they're selling some merch right there. Very cool. Yeah, and as we make our way down the road here, checking out these trucks, wanted to talk to you guys about Holley Performance Products. So Holley's a sponsor of this live stream. And first and foremost, we just want to say Street Trucks appreciates all the support, not only from their sponsors, but from their subscribers, from everybody that's on their social media pages that engages and shares their content. That's what really keeps this business going, is the engagement from you and the engagement from our advertisers, so we can bring you content like this. We want to quickly talk about the Holley Sniper EFI system. It's perfect for street rods, muscle cars, off-road trucks, and more. Holley Sniper EFI is the easiest way to upgrade your carbureted vehicle to a modern electronic fuel injection. Sniper systems install on any square bore carb flange and eliminate cold start issues, improve your fuel economy, and increase horsepower. Check them out at Holley.com. Holley also has any engine part you could imagine and a lot of accessories for your LS swaps and a lot of engine swaps. Holley is a great resource for performance parts.
One thing I'll say is being a Lincoln guy, a lot of the Lincoln enthusiasts, you know, we have these older, you know, and I just wanted to say, you know, I got a buddy that's got the Holley Sniper stuff on his car. And what's cool is, as you had mentioned, Josh, that these, you know, carburetors, you know, typically, right, you know, you've got certain carbs that you're running over the years, you get your factory carter. But let's say you're getting tired of getting in, as you mentioned, and pumping the throttle to get that fuel, right? The car's been sitting. I know even on my classic car, if it sits even for a week, it has a challenge wanting to start. But when you go with an EFI system, that's real easy with the instructions that ties into your existing wiring. That comes with the fuses and things like that that you need. It allows for you, if your car's been sitting a month or a couple of months, to turn that key, that fuel to be primed up there. And then, as you mentioned, it eliminates that cold start. And that's one thing in the Lincoln community, although not trucks, the classic cars, it really has helped pave the way for a smoother experience for the owners. So we appreciate these different companies like Holley for, what up, Street Trucks? See, we got some fans right here. What up, what up? But, companies like Holley, with that setup, Josh, it's helped pave the way for a smoother experience, more enjoyable experience. And, gone are the days of having to pump the throttle over and over again to get that car to start up. You know what I mean? So check them out, as you mentioned. You can Google or go on Facebook or just the internet in general and do the Holley, Holley. Let's take a look at this H2 now. Typically, the old school Hummers that many of you remember from the 90s when they kind of became more civilian vehicles, they're pretty crazy. You'll see them around. They've kind of went up in value, but if you look at this one, you'll see that it has the tank tracks on it, something different, and you get a chance to see, obviously, it's got the feel of the Jeep with no doors on it. These things, you're good. These things are obviously tanks, as some people refer to them as. And it's pretty cool to see it out here. Sure, it's a fun vehicle to cruise, whether you're out here at the show or on the beach. Daytona Beach, of course, is one that you can drive on. That's a little different than a lot of beaches around the world. You're seeing some of the different booths out here, like BD Performance. That's who brought this out. And you see the different products they offer here, different catalogs. That's the kind of experience that you get when you come out to a show like this. It really, for me, is reminiscent of like the different rod runs that they hold here because, even if you're not into lifted vehicles, you might find someone like this if you're doing a diesel motor or something to that effect, and you're able to get a catalog or connect with people that are either answering their phones each day or providing that tech support. So that's another reason why, as Josh had mentioned earlier, how he likes to expand and go out to different events. This may not be our normal cup of tea, but there's definitely some value in coming out here and meeting some people, slapping hands, as we say on the podcast, and doing the damn thing. Ain't that right, Josh? That's right. Now, we've got a few more minutes as we continue to make our way back to the booth. We are going to cut away. We certainly appreciate if you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook. Please leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Street Trucks started in August of '99 with the first issue. Of course, the team was putting together content even before that, and 22 years strong. Appreciate all the subscribers. You can go to streettrucksmag.com, scroll to the bottom, tap on subscribe. You'd be amazed at how much you will save by subscribing, and that beats going to the local newsstand, as it's typically often referred to as, to purchase a copy, which I think is $6, $7, $8 a copy. Also, the sister publications, the F100 Builder's Guide, the C10, and the OBS Builder's Guides. All three of those, they're also available for subscriptions. Sometimes you will see the card within the magazine that allows for you to send back and do kind of like a double subscription where you get maybe the C10 Builder's Guide along with the Street Trucks subscription. So there's a lot of vehicles here. I know oftentimes you may not be a fan of the lifted vehicles as much, but there's no doubt, Mike and I have talked a lot about on our Lifestyle podcast, the impact that trucks have had, right? Oftentimes, we heard Josh, we talked a lot about the older trucks, right? That our dads and our grandfathers, Ronnie on C10 Talk and his other podcasts, he often talks about that lineage is the word he uses all the time. And when you come out here, whether you love it or hate it, the new school of trucks is not all lower trucks. People love to have these lifted trucks detailed to the max, as you mentioned earlier. They're no easy feat to keep them clean. Some take them off road, some don't. But trucks,
honest, you got a setup like that, I wouldn't want to take it off road. I want to keep that thing clean, man.
Oh yeah, so we saw the copper truck earlier. Yes. One of Mike's friends, ttpfab.com on the windshield. And then this one also caught my eye. Now, I'm not the biggest lifted fan. My buddy's got a nice lifted truck. But when you look at this, the stance of it, got a humongous wheel, but just a totally level truck, a lot of detail underneath. with some paint and powder coated items. The frame is all finished. You got the topper with the windows. And that's something I would rock every day, man. Well, now, as we make our way back to the Street Trucks booth, we want to remind everyone that Beltec is a leader in suspension. With over 30 years experience in suspension design and manufacturing, Beltec is recognized as the undisputed leader in truck suspension products. Beltec is the originator of lowered suspension components that helped revolutionize an industry and the first to introduce the lowered spindle for trucks. To this day, Beltec continues to help enthusiasts safely and correctly lower or lift the stance of their rides. You heard that right. They also offer lifted products. If you want to modify your truck suspension while maintaining the factory performance for on or off-road use, Beltec is the way to go. Check them out. Beltec, that's B-E-L-L Tech, T-E-C-H, beltec.com. Now, as we continue to take in the sights and sounds, we wanted to reinforce Flowmaster, the industry leader in performance exhaust systems, mufflers, cold air intakes, and headers. Yes, you heard that right. Not just Flowmaster mufflers, but cold air intakes and headers, among other parts. Flowmaster is of course, a household name. I think we often saw those even on the show overhauling. They're designed to increase power, torque, and overall enjoyment of your vehicle. Every Flowmaster system is designed and fabricated on a chassis dyno to achieve maximum performance and perfect timing and fitment, of course. Best of all, Flowmaster stainless steel systems are covered by a lifetime limited warranty, ensuring that the exhaust will last as long as you own your vehicle. Check them out. Just Google Flowmaster. You cannot beat it. They're also on Instagram and Facebook. Often with a lot of these businesses, Josh, you can send a message. The day and age we live in, you can send a message on Facebook and get an answer you're looking for. Typically with a company like Flowmaster Products, got great support, and that's a key thing in it.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of these companies are aware that most of their business is going to come from social media. So they got texts and they got support standing by waiting for your message, so that when you send them a question or when you send them an inquiry about what they do, or you request more information, you usually get that within, a couple of hours. And that's something that's really changed in the industry in the last couple of years. Well, the last 10 years, I would say, with social media, is that, we're no longer having to be subjected to waiting on hold at a company, for hours while we try to figure out what parts we need. So that's a really cool thing about a lot of these companies, is they're mainly based on social media.
Excellent, man. Well, listen, what I wanted to do as we pan away here, we're going to walk up to the fence. And, this is one cool thing. We've met some folks from out of town. But when you look around here at the grandstands here at the Daytona Truck Meet, they're obviously have increased their capacity, and they're to a point now where they're renting out for a truck show, which is a mix of lifted and lowered vehicles. They're renting out this facility, and as I had mentioned earlier, 123,500 spectators pack in here, typically a couple times per year for the big races, but a lot of racing rich history here, and it's been a pleasure coming out here. Now we're going to continue our coverage. We'd ask that you follow Street Trucks on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. And big ups to all of our sponsors. We've kind of highlighted some of them. If you can, go like their pages, support their brands, and let them know that you heard ODB and Josh, among others, talking about their amazing products on Street Trucks. We want this industry to continue to thrive. So ODB, our lifestyle podcast, we'll take a quick break for station identification, and we'll be back shortly with more content from the Daytona Truck Meet.
Welcome to Bedwood, the leader in custom wood beds for classic and late model trucks. Our goal is to make enhancing the look of your truck easy with the best quality components on the market for customizing your truck bed. But first, let's help you choose the right parts to make your truck uniquely yours. The easiest is to choose one of our pre-built kits that already includes the pre-drilled wood, hardware, and seal and finish on the wood. All you need to decide is which of the available wood and hardware types you prefer and whether you want it in a gloss or satin finish. If you don't see a pre-built kit for your truck or you want a more customized option, you'll need to choose your components from our large variety of options. To start, determine if you're looking to install on a stock platform or onto a truck where the bed may have been modified. You'll find all the available options for a stock platform on our website and in our catalog. But if you're working with a modified platform, it's best to give us a call to speak with one of our product specialists. Whether your bed is stock or modified, you need to choose a wood type. Bedwood offers over 20 different species of wood from around the world. From the most common types such as pine and red oak, to exotic species such as black limba, zebra wood, or Brazilian cherry, we've got the right type to make your truck stand out. Once you've selected your wood type, you need to consider finishing it. The easiest option is to order it pre-finished, and Bedwood will ship you all your wood professionally finished. You just need to choose between satin or gloss finish. Should you decide to stain and seal the wood yourself, just indicate whether you want the satin or gloss finish kit included with your shipment, and we'll ship the wood unsealed along with your finishing supplies. After you have your wood and finish picked out, it's time to select the hardware. This will consist of your bed strips, the metal strips between the wood, angle strips. A few models require these to secure the wood to the sidewalls of your bed area, and the bolt kit for your specific model. These hardware options come in a paintable steel finish or a bright stainless steel finish. We also offer bed strips with hidden fasteners as an upgrade. And like the wood decision, these come in either pre-punched or unpunched to match up with your drilled or undrilled wood choice. Choose each component separately and add to your shopping cart. Have questions? Our team is standing by for any assistance you may need. And when you're done with your install, please send us a photo of your truck so we can show it off on social media.
I didn't know if like putting it right on the fence would kind of clear through it like they do with the UFC.
Did it? Blowed up on the damn dyno. Yeah, and blowed the head and all off of it.
Don't want to put the lens right on the fucking fence. I guess it's got a...
It was pissing. Yeah. That's some shit that just cleared the head though. Yeah. And a damn Cummins and blew it off the whole fenders, fluid and everything off of it.
Supercharged LS. Supercharged LS. It's gnarly.
Once it starts spinning, it's going to be fast. They say it's got a supercharged LS motor. LS makes so much power to stick to the in the back of the van with all the go-go lights and the kind of TV on. Maybe it's got a box TV in the back still. Came up there. Yeah. I just got a box TV mounted at the top of it. I guarantee it's got one of those 13-inch box TVs. Yeah.
Is that van next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got too much top weight. I used to go drill that top maybe like that. Push your ass, you fall right over. Oh shit, he's driving the blue truck back around, boys. Trying again, man. I guarantee you it's in 4 hours, can't drive that bitch with it. Never would have believed that out of me. That bitch, it's got a bed in the back, seats like the bed. They probably somebody in there getting with it, throwing them around. I'm talking about. I'll try some wild shit, but I never really like to go down this van and get going donuts. That's something to add to the damn bucket list right here. Oh, this guy's gonna go. This thing's nasty. That'll go right here. It's got a built over in this right here.
Like that was on like
if it don't make something, I'll be surprised. That's a bull truck. Look at that.
That ain't pump gas. Damn.
That bitch is right over there.
Yeah, like 26 minutes. Yeah, that's fair now. He did not get it. He's like, goddamn.
How do you improve on a classic? Modernize it with Sniper Fuel Injection from Holley. For only $9.99, Sniper eliminates cold start issues, hesitations, vapor lock, flooding, and fuel odors. Sniper installs with just 4 wires and self-tunes while you drive. Sniper replaces most 4-barrel carbs and is now available in a 2-barrel. Install a Sniper system, then get in, start it up, and enjoy driving your ride more today.
That was okay content. That's why I saw it and I was like, Brian,
Are you still using needle pointer gauges on your ride? Now you can get that clean, slick look of a digital dash on your carbureted cruiser. Holley's standalone digital dashes can replace all your traditional gauges with a state-of-the-art full-color touchscreen. Available in two sizes, the touchscreen auto dims, giving you crystal clear sharpness day or night. With access to multiple screens just by swiping, you get to view and customize all your favorite gauges. Easily set up driving screens, tuning, race, even warm-up screens. The fully programmable touchscreen allows you to customize the layout of your gauges, displaying them in analog or digital styles. You can set up warning lights and even virtual switches, eliminating the need for external toggle switches. Configure your own backdrop for that custom one-off look, or choose from the pre-configured screens. Basic engine functions are wired directly to the dash, with plenty of room for additional sensors. Configuring inputs and outputs is easily done through the dash. With predefined Holley sensors already programmed into the dash, adding sensors is easy. Non-Holley sensors are also supported with sensor scaling. An internal GPS sensor calculates speed, odometer, and trip functions. An integrated G-meter monitors your acceleration and lateral forces. These dashes are easily mountable on your console, dashboard, off a roll cage, or simply a steering column. With room for 13 multi-configurable inputs, you can be sure everything will be visible and data logged. A built-in USB connection allows you to expand your available memory for easy file management. On-screen data log playback allows you to review vital run information right on the dash, while full analysis via laptop is available. With USB keyboard and mouse functionality, setup is quick and easy. A CAN bus is included for plug-and-play compatibility with Holley EFI systems. So next time you need to keep tabs on the vitality of your engine, swipe on over to one of Holley's new standalone digital dashes. Learn more about Holley's digital dashes at holley.com.